Good evening, Kim.
Good evening, Richard.
First, I want to make sure you know that this interview will be recorded, and everything you say must be the truth.
I understand, absolutely.
Let's get started. Okay, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Kim Cooling, and I am 55 years of age. I was born in London in England, and I have a bachelor's degree in English literature. I also have a master's in TESOL, and throughout my career, I have taught in private boarding schools for children between the ages of 11 and 17. I went to Spain in 2005 for 2 years, where I was able to use my TESOL masters, and I was teaching students from 7 up to 50 years of age, which I enjoyed very much. Then in 2007, I came to Canada, and once I started work, I went back into private schools, the same age group, 11 to 17, and I also started teaching drama on the side, usually from students from 7 up, and I enjoy it immensely.
Oh, I can tell you have a wonderful experience in teaching. The next question is, what sort of school do you wish to teach at in China?
Because of my history with boarding schools and the fact that I was in one myself as a child, I would prefer to go to a private boarding school or somewhere at least where I could live on site. I just prefer to be nearer to the children and get to know them socially as well as in the classroom. I also would prefer to be in a rural area in the country as opposed to the big cities.
What ways do you assess and evaluate students?
Many different ways. One of them is by the written test, another by the oral test. I also have class discussions where the children talk to me and to each other. And by listening to them talking to each other, it's quite easy to work out exactly how much of my class they have taken in. So I find that quite interesting and can be amusing at times. Also, I do class projects where I give the children a particular book or play, and I ask them to write a scene for it, and they get to act it out. And again, it gives me an idea of how much they're listening to me in class.
What do you think you can bring to a post that others may not?
I think my classes are a little bit more diverse than other subjects due to the fact that I don't always stay in the classroom. I'm inclined to walk out in the grounds, spouting Shakespeare and getting the children to join in. Or we go on school trips and we go to the theatre and to libraries and to places of interest which bring history alive, because history is a part of literature.
If you overheard your colleagues talking about you, what would they be saying?
Well, one hopes it would be good, and I think possibly they would mention that I do listen to them and the students and am willing to learn. Also, I'm intuitive about my students and am able to spot when somebody's having difficulty or not learning as much as they think they are. I think also that I'm a great member of the community and I like to join in outside activities. I think they would say that my classes are always fun, not rowdy, but fun, and that I would go beyond the call of duty to help any student get to where they needed to be.
The last question is, why are you leaving your present post?
I am working in Canada, as I said, and Canada will now always be my home. But I do feel at my age that if I'm going to go and teach in another country, I'd better get on with it. And China being such a vast country and full of history and culture and good food and interesting people, that it would be a good time to go. And also the thought of teaching children to speak another language which they could possibly use for the rest of their lives is a wonderful thought.
Yeah, to learn another language is interesting. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you, Kim.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's very nice to talk to you. I wish
And
you a successful future. And have a good evening.
I will do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.